plus the cleaning fee, plus any other additional fee if it's applicable, of course, excluding the Airbnb fees and taxes. And it's automatically deducted from the host payout. They don't need to send nothing to Airbnb. Airbnb will do all automatically, okay? Over here, you're going to be able to see all the service fees inside of the transaction history that later I will highlight, but every transaction, every earning, every fee that Airbnb will charge will be available for the host inside the transaction history. Now, regarding the guest fees, as I explained to all of you, will be different. Most of the guest service fees are under 14.2% of the booking subtotal that will be calculated in base of the nightly rate, plus the cleaning fee, any other additional fee if it's applicable, excluding the Airbnb fees and taxes. These fees varies based on variety of factors, and it's shown during the checkout before you book, so you know what to expect, okay? The guest will know before create the reservation how much will be the fees that he will charge, that we will charge. Regarding split fees, guys, any doubt or any question? Excellent. Yes?
No
No, I
doubt.
think it's a no.
Anthony, Anthony,
Yes, Raymond? Yes, 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 tell me.
please, yes, please, can you pass the link again because I connect with my computer, so I
Yes, of
watch
course.
my phone, so
Don't worry, I will do it again.
thank you.
You're welcome. And it's here. All done, okay? Over here, guys, after
Okay, thank
this,
you.
you're welcome. After this, we have the host-only fee structure. Now, when it's regarding host-only fee, with this structure, the entire fee is deducted from the host payout. It means that the guests don't need to pay service fee, okay? It will be something that we're going to charge to the host. It's typically 14 to 16% through the Airbnb Plus host, and hosts with super strict cancellation policy may pay more, sorry. And for listings in main China, it's 10%. So over here, if you have the question, so how we will know which type of host will pay split service fee and which other type of host will need to pay the host only fee will depend of the type of listing or of the type of cancellation policy that you will offer. As you can read over here, Airbnb Plus will be used the structure of host only fee, as well of hosts that will work with super strict cancellation policies. We will need to use as well this host only fee structure, okay? This fee is mandatory as well for traditional hospitality listings such as hotels, service apartments, as well as software connected hosted. It means that Pro Host needs to work as well with host only fee, okay? With a couple of exceptions. Unless most of their listings are in the USA, Canada, Bahamas, Mexico, Argentina, Taiwan, or Uruguay. This is for local requirements as well. It means there needs to be any local law regarding, how can I say that, regarding touristic accommodations that actually prevent this. So in our case, actually, for those ones that I have over here, there is nothing that will be involved directly to French market for those one in, oh, sorry, only in the cases of Canada, okay? For those one from our English market, you need to take care as well in cases of US and Canada as well as the Bahamas. And for the Spanish market, cases of Mexico, Argentina, and Uruguay. But excluding these countries that we have over here, Pro hosts that actually will be hotels, service apartments, or software connected will be used as well the host only fee structure. Okay? And if you're asking, oh, Anthony, but this is optional or this is mandatory? No, this is mandatory. They don't have the option to choose. Okay? It's going to be something automatic. And if they want to change something, if they don't want to pay this, they will need to change the type of cancellation policy. They will need to go out of the Airbnb Plus program, or they will be to either disconnect them of the software connected or stop being pro host. Okay, that's the only way where you can actually stop to pay this host only fee. Okay, you will need to change your host category. Let's say it in that way. So all hosts with API connection, that API, remember, that has to do with the software connected, will be enrolled to host only fee and will not be able to opt out. It means, and this will reinforce the information that I explained, if you want to stop to pay host only fee, you need to stop being a pro host, okay? Regarding back charges, depending of the law of the jurisdiction involved, a VAT may be charged on the top of the above fees. The service fee, including the VAT, were applicable. We reserve the right to change our service fee at any time and will provide you with the prior notice of any fee changes before they become effective. Any fee changes will not affect booking made prior to effective date of the fee change. To make it easier for you, if, because you're going to see that VAT, it's not going to be applicable in all the countries, okay? But if Airbnb will charge VAT, that VAT it's IVA, okay, will be inside of the service fee, okay? So it's going to be able for all of you to see the service fee plus VAT, okay? And if you're open that invoice, you're going to be able to see in one side the service fee and in the other side how much Airbnb charge as VAT, okay? Regarding service fees, any doubt or any question? Excellent. Let's continue to the next topic. Now, let's speak a little bit about the price breakdown. Regarding price breakdown, guys, you're going to see that it's super easy. Price breakdown on Nova reservation page under the guest charges does not show nightly rate that it's set on the listing. Instead, it's an average of all the nights booked. It includes any discount, any extra guest fees, or any other standard fees. For example, if a reservation is for 4 nights, each with a nightly rate of $20, $35, $30, and $15, then on Nova reservation page under price breakdown, we will display this $25 multiplied per 4 nights, and we will have $100 as the total price. So this does not mean per night cost on the listing is $25 as it's an average of all the nights. With an example and using simple words. In real life, you're going to see that this will depend case by case approach. Why? And actually, Eleonora and Anna can relate this. Sometimes the host will like to have different prices on their calendar. But in most of the occasions, they're going to charge the same price per date. For example, Monday reservation, $20, Tuesday, $20, Wednesday, $20, and all the same price, for example, until Friday. And let's imagine that Saturdays and Sundays, just for being weekends, you have a different price. So weekdays, you have $20 for all the 5 days, and weekends, you will charge 30 instead of 20, for example. So this is the regular structure, or at least as my previous experience in the Spanish market, this is the regular structure of the host prices in the calendar. But let's imagine that you will face a case of a host that will charge in one day $25, the other day $10, the other day $30, like this. If there is a reservation that will cover all these days, how Airbnb will make the calculation for the price breakdown? Easy. Airbnb will make an average automatically of all these prices and will set, not a randomly, but the system will make automatically a calculation and will set the price or an average price between these 20, these 50, and these $10. And it will give you 25, for example, that will be multiplied per the number of nights that the guest will stay. In regular basis, if the host will charge 20, 20, 20, of course, the system will just multiply it or will just add, okay, 20, 20, and 20, it's 60, okay? So it will give you the 60, the $60 that you will need to pay per the price per night. But if it's not, the system will just make an average, okay? As it's explaining this example of $20, $35, $30, and $15, okay? Just to let you know how the price per night will be calculated, okay? This part, guys, was clear. Very good. So what else we will need to see? We already saw the price per night. We already saw the cleaning fee, the service fee. Now we're going to see the cleaning fee. When it's regarding cleaning fee, depending on where the customer is located, they may see cleaning fee displayed differently, sorry, when they are searching. So it can be either the nightly price and the cleaning fee are displayed separately, that actually this is the normal structure. You're going to be able to see on one line the price per night, and in another line, you're going to be able to see the cleaning fee, or the cleaning fee are rolled into the nightly price when viewing search result. In search, the cleaning fee is divided by the number of nights of the stay and added to the nightly price. Users on desktop might be able to see the base night rate on its own, but the cleaning fee logic can still occur for some desktops users and well as the mobile app user. Actually, as well, this will depend case by case, and this will depend of host by host, okay? Most of the hosts like to work in the structure to charge a price breakdown or the price of the nightly rate separately of the cleaning fee. Most of them like to work with this structure. Why? Because you're going to see that most of the hosts, for example, they will pay to a cleaning crew to do the cleaning of the listing. So when this happens, usually they like to have separately the amount of money that they will need to pay for the cleaning of the listing and the amount of money or the amount of earnings that they want to receive, okay? So in most of the occasions, you're going to be able to see these two prices separately, okay? Regarding cleaning fee, any doubt or any question? Let's see now another kind of fees that can be charged inside of the reservation. This is entered like an additional fee. What is an additional fee for Airbnb? Pet fees, extra guest fees, or so on. When it's regarding pet fees, hosts can add a pet fee that will be collected as part of the overall reservation price. Now Airbnb will give you this option. Before, when I used to be an agent just like you, we didn't have the option to add any pet to the reservation. Now we have, but before we didn't. So how Airbnb collect a pet fee? Using the resolution center. And if the host has a listing pet friendly, the host needs to make the mention that they will need to charge an special fee if the guest wants to bring a pet to the listing. And of course, certain conditions will be applicable as well. For example, in the house rules, let's imagine that it's a house with a pool. In-house rules, if you don't want that the guests bring their pet inside of the pool, for example, you need to make the mention. You need to make the mention as well. And this actually, it's something that Airbnb maintain. Your listing is pet friendly, perfect. But are you having any, how can I say it, limitation when it's regarding pets? Because you're going to see, and maybe for you, this will be logic. Okay, if you're going to bring a pet, you're going to bring only one pet. But you're going to see actually that sometimes the guests will see that there is a listing pet friendly and they're going to travel with a dog, with a cat, with a bird, with another dog, and so on. They're going to bring kind of like a zoo inside of the listing just because the listing is pet friendly. So as best practice, we recommend it as well. Mr. Host, if you're offering a listing pet friendly, please make the mention that you have a limit. You can bring up to 2 pets inside of the listing, okay? And of course, you need to make the mention as well. This is not common, but you need to make the mention as well if they are domestic pets or not. And I say this because, for example, in Latin America, it's pretty usual that we consider, for example, spiders, okay, as a domestic pet. And in other countries, and actually we have a workflow to define this, we have the workflow of what Airbnb can consider like a dangerous animal. And we make the difference between a pet and a dangerous animal per that workflow. All of this needs to be at the moment that the reservation is created inside of the listing description, okay? And if there is any pet fee or if there is any extra charge per the pet, needs to be inside of the listing as well as the limitations. I can only accept up to 2 pets or only one, okay? The pet fee can't be higher than the base nightly rate, of course. This is per logic. Usually the pet fee in real life and in the Spanish market, because I already saw this in cases of Spain, they used to charge per pet fee kind of like 10 euros, 15 euros, things like this, you know? It cannot go up to the nightly rate because at the end of the day, it's only a pet, it's not another person, okay? They can choose to add a flat rate fee, that same fee whether a guest brings one pet or multiple pets. Still, this will depend if you are able to have multiple pets in your listing. If you have a house with a big patio on it, you can do so. And instead of add an one pet fee, you can add a multiple pet fee, for example, and you're going to charge 20 euros or 30 euros if the guest will travel with you with 3 pets, for example. Of course, all of this will depend of the host and at the end will appear. When it's regarding pet fees, guys, that actually this is the most important thing to highlight. Any doubt or any question?
Anthony, when a guest
Yes, Mana?
when a guest arrives to a listing with a pet, with a dog, without advice to the host, and the guest already paid, already canceled the to stay on the listing. How this guest have to pay another amount.
Another fee?
Mhm.
Actually, these cases are not going to be handled by resolutions 1 because this enter as something that we call house rules violation. Okay, and house rules violation, it's a topic of resolutions 2. Since as well it's an ongoing reservation, you will need to escalate that case to resolutions 2. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And the contact reason that you're going to use, it's house rules violation. Okay. Because at the end of the day, if your listing it's not pet friendly and still to bring a pet, it will be a house rules violation. Okay. Go ahead, Eleonora.
Thank you, Anthony. The pet fees appears in the breakdown in the invoice.
Now it's appear, yes, because Airbnb added as how can I say it, added as a new tool inside of the search page. Actually, I'm going to show you really quickly that now, actually now it's easier because when I was an agent, it didn't appear. So since it didn't appear or it wasn't appear before, all the information of this pet fee was only available in the resolution center. But now you can add over here, if can you see, a pet, and all of these will appear in the receipt of the reservation, okay? Now it's possible. From 11 May event to now, it's possible, okay? Before it didn't. Before we didn't have this tool over here, okay? And all the information that we charge, for example, as a pet fee, was only available in the resolution center, okay?
Thank you, Anthony.
Excellent. You're welcome. Now, any other doubt, guys? If not, let's jump to the guest fee. So you're going to see guest service fee are rolled into the nightly price when viewing the search result. They are divided by the number of nights of the stay and added to the nightly rate. On the reservation page, listing page, and the guest billing receipt, the service fee appears as a separate sum from the rate total, and additional guest fees are present to the guest in one lump sum and are not shown in the guest or the host in their price breakdown. This is the other one that it's different. When it's another extra guest fee. When it's an extra guest fee, it means the listing capability is for 2 persons or it's for 3 persons. So if the guest wants to bring one more, for this one more, it will need to be charged an plus fee of 10 euros. This is what we call extra guest fee, okay? When the host is charging more money after a limitation of guests that he's allowed to have in the listing. And of course, you will see it that if you're a guest, sometimes if the host has an extra guest fee, after a certain amount of guests inside of the listing, you will see that something extra will be charged. The thing here is that per information on the workflow, this additional extra guest fee won't appear in the price breakdown, will be charged, and if it's charged to you, it can appear into the receipt of the reservation, but it won't appear into the price breakdown, okay? This information will be not available over there. And sometimes if it's not charged, okay, at the moment that the reservation is created, they don't need to worry. They can charge it using a resolution center and the information will be available in the resolution center, okay? So regarding fees that can appear in the price breakdown, we have the nightly rate, cleaning fee, service fee, and any other additional fee charged at the moment that the reservation is created, like the pet fee, for example. When it's regarding price breakdown, guys, any doubt or any question? Perfect. Now, I want to make a deeper investigation when it's regarding price breakdown, but we're going to see another values. We're going to see in a deeper way about the GCT or the GST. Now, when it's regarding these topics over here, the first thing that I'm going to talk, it's regard value add tax. That it's the actually VAT that we're going to charge per the reservation. So I'm just going to open it. And now I will ask for one assistant to read this part over here of the help center, please. In the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead, Carlos.
Added tax, VAT, and how it applies to you. Value added tax, or VAT, is a tax assessed on the supply of goods and services. In certain countries, such tax may be referred to as good and service tax, GST. Service tax or consumption tax, collectively referred to as VAT in this article. Depending on your country of residence or location of listing, Airbnb is is required to apply VAT to Airbnb service fees on your reservation in countries that tax electronically supplied services.
Thank you so much. Can you do me a favor? Can you read as well this part, please?
Sure. Adding your VAT or tax identification ID number. In certain countries, you may not be charged VAT on Airbnb service fees if you are not registered for VAT or your stay is for business. However, you may still need to self-assess the VAT and report and declare the transaction in your VAT return depending on your local VAT laws. To let us know you are registered for VAT, add tax or tax ID on your account in payment and payouts.
Thank you so much, Carlos. So you're going to see, not necessarily in all the countries the VAT will be charged, but if it's still not the case, you will need to have a VAT number inside of your payments and payout section. So Airbnb per legal requirements can add or can looking for all the information that we will need to, okay? Now, when it's regarding countries where VAT will be charged, guys, you're going to see that I'm going to scrolling down countries that per Airbnb we will need to have VAT. Albania, Armenia, Australia, first case for English market. Austria, Bahamas, Belgium for French market, Brazil, Bulgaria, Canada for both English and French market, Chile and Colombia for Spanish market, Croatia, Cyprus, Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, special attention for French market, Germany, Georgia, Greece, Hungary, Iceland, Indonesia, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Kenya, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malaysia, Malta, Mexico for the Spanish market, Moldova, the Netherlands, New Zealand for English market as well, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Saudi Arabia, yeah, it's a huge list. Serbia, Singapore, Slovakia, Slovenia, South Africa, South Korea, Spain, special mention for the Spanish market, Sweden, Switzerland, Taiwan, Thailand, Turkey, Ukraine, Arab Emirates, sorry, United Kingdom, and Uruguay. Okay. Is this only me or for everyone? Can you hear me well, guys?
Yes.
Okay, Limbo, I think it's only you. In any case, I will recommend to to go out of Zoom and rejoin, okay? So guys, as you can see over here in this Help Center article that I shared to all of you, these are the countries and this will be the way that Airbnb will charge the VAT for the reservations. Remember, the VAT will be included and will be on a side of the service fee. Okay, so every time that someone is asking to you to approve of the VAT, okay, you can share with them the invoice of the service fees. I will recall this information again. If someone asks to you in every point for an invoice for all the reservation, remember, Airbnb only generate invoice per the Airbnb service fee. We don't generate an invoice for the entire amount of the reservation. For the entire amount of the reservation, Airbnb only gives a receipt that it's totally different than an invoice. Okay, so in this situation, if the guest is asking for an invoice, what you can do is to recommend to the guest to speak directly to the host, and then the host needs to give to the guest an an invoice of the entire reservation. Now, from the host, how they're going to do this, they need to speak with an accountant or with a lawyer, okay? And they're going to give them better advices on how they can create an invoice for the reservation. I know that most of them works with a type of platform where they can generate invoices in a legal way. They need to go kind of like to the legal entity that here in Portugal it's called finanzas, okay? And over there, they're going to be able to generate that invoice, okay? Just out of curiosity. But this is a procedure that they need to do by their own. And later in the lesson of hosting, of responsible hosting, I will let you know that for some type of legal advices, we cannot provide information since we don't have that information. We're not lawyers, we're not accountants, okay? And we just need to recommend them to follow up their request with a professional in that matter, okay? So far, any doubt or any question, guys? Perfect. If the answer is no, I'm going to continue. Over here. So let's review quickly the workflow and the others aspects over here. I'm just going to open the workflow and then I'm going to share my screen. Okay, this is a workflow that we're going to see now, but GCT or GST. So let's scroll down, and as I explained to all of you now, how we will determine it if the VAT is applicable or not to a user. Simple. The VAT tax rate varies by country, first of all. A user country, it's determined based on the available information that they're going to have in their Airbnb profile, like the phone number, the country, like the phone number of the country that they have registered in the personal information section, the IP address, the payment or payout instrument, the government ID, and the verified VAT ID country. It means that every time that someone creates an Airbnb account, Airbnb will determine which type of VAT we're going to apply to all their invoice in base of the information that the user will provide to us. Which type of phone number do you have? It's a phone number of Colombia, it's a phone number of Portugal, it's a phone number of Spain, from which country. It's your government ID. It's a government ID of Colombia, it's a government ID of France, it's a government ID of Russia, and so on, okay? Airbnb will determine which type of VAT we're going to charge or we're going to apply to all the reservation in base of the information that the user will have with us, okay? And as I explained to you, we're unable to provide VAT invoices for a total amount of the reservation. Airbnb only assess VAT on the service fee, so the invoice reflect this. Now, there is sometimes when we will need to escalate cases to regulatory response, but later I will give you the highlights over here. Sometimes we will need to escalate some certain kind of cases to regulatory response. Like for example, if the VAT invoices were supposed to be issued but were not, if the guest or the host is reaching out to customer support because the country of residence is incorrect, and if the host wants to change their country of residence to or from Brazil, okay? This will be one of the most common reasons about the content of the users. They contact to you and they're explaining, I don't know why I'm over here in the United States, but I don't know why they're charging me the VAT from Spain. What is happening in Airbnb? You're charging me for the reservations the wrong VAT. This is not even a case either for community education or for resolutions. So you will need to escalate directly to regulatory response, okay? They're going to do the rest. In certain type of countries, and I want to make a general highlight for the Spanish market, we have regions where the VAT is not charged. It's a free, it's a brief VAT, not a brief VAT. It's a free VAT region, okay? For example, our system is unable to recognize Canary Islands like Tenerife, Gran Canaria, Lanzarote, Fuerteventura, La Palma, La Gomera, and El Hierro as countries. So if the hosts reach out to us because they reside in one of these places but are being charged VAT, you will need to escalate regulatory response. Why? Because usually Airbnb does not charge VAT in these regions. And actually, inside of the workflow, we will see a little table with VAT exclusion regions. So, some territories may be exempt or excluded from this score of VAT or may apply special rates. The below charts reflect what territories and their respective countries are excluded from their applicability of the VAT, guys. So we will have cases for Germany, Spain, France, Italy, Greece, Austria, Denmark, Finland, the United Kingdom, and Colombia as well. So over here, for Germany, it's this island of Helgoland. For Spain, it will be Ceuta, Melilla, and the Canary Islands. For France, it will be Guadeloupe, Guayana, Martinique, Reunion, Mayotte, French Polynesia, New Caledonia, Saint Pierre et Miquelon. I don't know how to pronounce this, so sorry if I did it wrong. Saint Martin, Saint Barthélemy, I think it's the pronunciation, and Wallis et Futuna. I think as well it's the right pronunciation for those one here for French market. Italy, it will be Lavigno, Campion de Italia, Italian water of Lake Laguno. In Greece, Mount Athos. In Austria, Holz and Mittelberg. In Denmark, territory of Greenland and territory of Faroe Islands. In Finland, it will be Åland. In the United Kingdom, will be the Channel Islands and Gibraltar. And in Colombia, San Andres Provincia and Santa Catalina. In these regions, Airbnb does not charge VAT, okay? And if by chance you have any contact from someone telling to you, I used to live in that region, but Airbnb is charging to me VAT, escalate directly to regulatory response, okay? Any doubt or any question regarding this point, guys? No? Now, when it's regarding GCT or GST, you're going to see that in most of the occasions, you're not going to work with this. This first one, the GCT, it's the way that in Japan, Airbnb charged the VAT, and the GST, it's on India. So in regular basis, you're only going to use the VAT because the GCT, it's from Japan, and the GST, it's from India, okay? So, and in real life, actually, you're not going to use none of this, okay? Just to let you know. So I'm just going to stop to share my screen and I will continue. Now, let's see. All the relevant information regarding the price of the reservation, how it was applied, and how it works will be found in the reservation snapshot, guys. So over here, and I'm going to show you using a reservation. That it's charging over here. So If I click in the snapshots in the pricing section, there it is. You're going to be able to see, and I will repeat because maybe I did it in a faster way. I'm going to scroll down, and first of all, I'm just going to do this before I forget it. Just give me a moment, guys. There it is. So here in the snapshot section, if I click in pricing, I'm going to be able to see all the fees that are going to be charged inside of a reservation. Actually, over here, I can see the Airbnb guest fees. I'm going to see the Airbnb host fees. I'm going to see the exact cleaning fee that was charged at the moment that the reservation was created as well. I'm going to see the value attached from the guest and the value attached from the host. And if I continue scrolling down, I'm going to be able to see the daily price for all the days of the reservation. And if any discount was applicable as well for any dates of the reservation, okay? All the information regarding pricing will be over here. And of course, over here, you're going to be able to see the amount that was charged per guest and the amount that was charged as the host, okay? But all it's going to be present for you. Guest fees, host fees, cleaning fees, but for the guest, but for the host, and the price per night that was charged for all the nights on the guest side and how much earnings the host will receive, as well as any discount, okay? So far, so good? Yes, Andres? In the snapshots, yes. So you're going to enter to the reservation page. And inside of the reservation page, you're going to scroll down until the last part of the reservation page and open the listing snapshots. Inside of the listing snapshots, pricing session, okay? You're welcome. So let's continue, guys. Now, let's try to understand a little bit of the logic of the reservation prices, guys. First of all, when it's regarding the reservation prices, we have two types. We have always the subtotal and the total. And how Airbnb will calculate both of them? First of all, we're going to calculate for the subtotal, we're going to take into consideration the nightly rate multiplied per the number of nights that the guest will stay in the listing. We're going to take into consideration any other extra guest fee or any other of fees or extra fees that wants to be charged inside of this reservation if it's applicable, because not all the time will be. And we're going to take the cleaning fee. Until this part, we will have the subtotal. Now, for calculate the total, Airbnb will take into consideration the guest service fee, including the VAT, and the local taxes. Over here, we will have the total of the reservation. The subtotal includes the price for each night of the reservation and all the fees that the host has set for their listing, and fees that Airbnb collects, including the guest service fee, VAT, and other local taxes, are added after the subtotal. Okay? So this is going to be the way that Airbnb will calculate the subtotal and the total. And in real life, by this logic, we will conclude that they're going to look like this: the subtotal and the total. And if you can see, we will have over here the subtotal before taxes and the subtotal after the taxes and any other fees applicable. Actually, to use this example, I use a listing with host only fee. That if you can see it in green, it means that Airbnb didn't charge any type of service fees to the guests in this reservation. Okay? So far, any doubt or any question?
So this information about amounts taxes, service fee. It was a guest enter into the into his
Airbnb account.
account exactly, and then let's choose what nice, how too many guests, and then the system calculate this.
Exactly. All of
Okay.
this that we're seeing now, it's from the guest point of view. Okay. When it's regarding, oh, sorry, when it's regarding this layout over here, all of this it's regarding a guest. So it's just a guest looking for a listing. And after we already saw what does it means, all these points that we already discussed, we will have the price per night, the cleaning fee, the service fee, the subtotal was calculated. And when we proceed to pay, we will have the total. And over there, it will be at the service fee and any other taxes that we will need to pay. Okay. And we will have the total price for all the reservation later. Now, let's talk a little bit about weekly discount and monthly discount, because sometimes you're going to be able to see this. When it's regarding weekly discount, guys, when a listing has a weekly discount set, the base price of the reservation will be reduced by the amount of the discount. This discount will automatically apply to the reservations that are between 7 to 27 nights long. And when it's regarding monthly discount, when a listing has a monthly discount set, the base price will be reduced by the amount of the discount, and this discount will automatically apply to all the reservations between 20 nights and more. Weekly discounts, 7 to 27 nights. Monthly discounts, 28 nights or more, okay? There is something else that I want to highlight to all of you, that actually it's called smart pricing. So can someone looking for a help center article and leave it inside Zoom chat, please, regarding what is smart pricing? That's an activity. Looking for it? Go to to an article that regarding the smart pricing and let me know what information you will find or you found, sorry. Smart pricing in help center. Perfect. Jamie, Nelly, Osman, very good, guys. I'm just going to open the article. Perfect. Since Janie was the first one actually to share this information with us, I'm going to ask you, Janie, open the article, share the screen, and read that article for us, please. Perfect. Now just unmute yourself, and then you can start to read.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Smart pricing. When you turn on smart pricing, your nightly prices automatically change based on demand. This is a helpful tool if you want to optimize pricing without constantly monitoring it. You're still the boss, so you can set fluctuation limits and customize specific nightly prices in your calendar at any time.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Janie. Now, how it determines, you're going to see that the smart price is based on the type and location of your listing, along with season, demand, and other factors. There is a thing that I need to highlight, okay, when it's regarding smart pricing. Just give me a moment. Perfect. I think when it's regarding smart pricing, guys, the system, and of course, this is a tool that we're going to allow to the host to use, okay? If they want to use a smart pricing, they can activate, and then the system will looking for listings nearby the area of the host listing or the main listing, and will calculate the price per night of all the reservation in base of the search that actually the system do for the host, because of the host has the smart pricing turned on. Okay, and in base of the search results, in base of the season, in base of the location of the listing, then the smart pricing will turn on and will determine a price inside of the calendar of the host. Okay, now per legal requirements, smart pricing is not available in some countries, like for example in Spain, smart pricing per legal requirements it's not available. Okay, so that's a thing that you will need to double check. Now you can stop to share your screen, Janie, because I want to show you something when it's regarding weekend on smart pricing. So just give me a moment. And I always like to highlight this. I'm just looking for it. Perfect. And it's regarding smart pricing interaction with other pricing options. So as per workflow, and in one moment, I'm going to send to all of you this workflow, guys, okay? You're going to see smart pricing interaction with other pricing options. First of all, weekly and monthly discounts override smart pricing. Custom pricing override as well smart pricing. Edit directly on the calendar. Now, if custom pricing was set before smart pricing, the custom pricing will need to be set again. If smart pricing is on, weekend pricing option will not appear. So weekend pricing does not override smart pricing as well. To override the smart pricing price for any night, set the price directly on your calendar. There is some interruptions, and I always like to make the mention about this, that you're going to see when it's regarding smart pricing, guys, okay? Especially for the situations on weekends. You're going to receive a lot of calls regarding, oh, I am working with a smart pricing, but I don't know what happened. I set a weekend price in my listing and the weekend price does not appear. What happened over here, Airbnb? Mr. Host, you already tell me that smart pricing is turned on, right? Yes, it's because of this reason. You're going to see that weekend pricing will be not available if you have a setup and a special weekend pricing if you have smart pricing turned on. So please be aware to deactivate the smart pricing, okay? And then your weekend pricing will appear, okay, guys? All of this information is inside of the workflow listing pricing settings. And I like to highlight this as well because I know that in the future assessment, there is a little question regarding smart pricing. So I already highlighted. Later, you're going to remember me. But yes, that's a thing that I like to highlight always when it's regarding smart pricing. Yes, Andres? Yes. In that situation, he only needs to turn off the smart pricing. To deactivate the smart pricing, it's not difficult actually. The user just needs to go to the listing, pricing and availability section. Inside of this pricing, nightly price, edit, and then turn off or click on enable smart pricing. Okay, and then click in save. This will turn off the smart pricing. Okay, you're welcome. And once the smart pricing is turned off, the user will use the regular prices, guys. Okay, now continuing over here, you're going to see now. Let's give a quick overview to the transaction history. I'm just going to show you the transaction history on a very quick view, because in the lesson of where is my money, I'm going to highlight more what is the transaction history. So just give me a moment. So I'm going to share my screen again. I'm going to do a live demo. So I already explained to all of you that actually transaction history will be the tool where the host will have the control of all the earnings. Now, where you're going to be able to find the transaction history? Simple. Payments and credit section of the profile page. Click on it. Transaction history section inside of the payment quick links. You're going to enter. Inside of it, you're going to have the layout or the overview of the transaction history that later I will explain better all of this, but the transaction history will be divided in complete payout tabs, upcoming payout tabs, and gross earnings. As I explained in Where's My Money, I'm going to give you in a deeper way the transaction history explanation. For now, I want to make a general question, to all of you. Let's imagine, and I'm going to share my screen to do this, that you receive a call from a host, and this host tells to you, I would like to send half of my payout to my partner, co-host, but I want it to be automated rather than handing over cash every month. Can I set up this, guys? Can I set this up? Is there a possibility to send and a half of the payout to an account and another one to another account? Yes, Nelly?
I think that the answer is yes, it's possible.
Okay, perfect. And actually, as Nelly said, guys, it is, because we have something over here that it's called split payouts or payouts routine rules, okay? All of this information will be inside of the payouts definition of the host profile. I'm just going to share my screen to all of you. First of all, with this Help Center article that it says, can I split my payouts between different payout methods? The answer will be yes. Copy and paste it for all of you. As I explained, the answer will be yes. So once the payout method that you're being added, it's ready. And I said ready because once the Airbnb host, because we're already now in the hosting part, upload the payout method, the system will take up to 5 days to verify the payout method, just to see if it's working properly, if the host can receive money, or so on. But once this change from pending to ready, you'll have the option to split your payouts by property, percentage, or both. Of course, the host will need to have more than one payout method to do so. In most of the occasions, they will need to have 2 or 3, depending on the amount of payouts methods that they want to use for work, okay? Yes, Nelly?
I think that it is possible to take, or we have the co-host and pro-host, maybe the partner or other person have to be able to receive money from this if I send automatically. I think so.
Yes, usually they do it by this reason. They just divide it. They create a routine rule, so right away, and a half of the money will be to the co-host account and the other one will be to the host account. It can be for this reason. It can be because they have a lot of listings and they want to receive money for all these listing in different accounts and so on. Okay? Yes, Andres? No, it has nothing to do. No, actually, it has nothing to do with that. It's just only because if they want to, for example, work with more than one one more than one payout method because of their own reasons, they can do so. In most of the occasions, you will see, guys, that the property that a host will have inside of the Airbnb, it's a shared property. It means it's not only the property of the person. Maybe it's a house that it's built, that it's being bought, okay, with two persons or three persons, you know. The owners of the house are three persons, so the Airbnb host will put, for example, three accounts of the three owners. So it will means that the reservations earnings will go directly to these three persons. The reasons can be a thousand ones. And actually Airbnb won't interfere on this because all the hosts will have their own reasons, okay? But we're going to give the possibility to all of them to split the payout if they want to do so, okay? But it has nothing to do with taxes or something like that. It's just because they want to do so for their own reasons, they can do so, okay? So this feature will be available in the payouts and the payments or payout section, and they're going to have the option to split the payout by creating a routine rule. Now, when it's regarding upcoming payouts, when you add a new payout routine rule, it won't retroactively, apply to already confirmed reservations. It will apply to new bookings that are made after the rule is added, guys. You can always view the details of their coming payouts in your transaction history. If your payout for a particular reservation is pending, you can change your payout method by using the drop-down menu. So over here, guys, then actually I'm going to show you quickly in a live simulation how the payout routine rules will look like. So payout routine rules, guys, will be inside, as I already explained to all of you. I'm going to share, actually this is a plus host, as you can see over here, and a co-host as well, and a super host as well, all of them at the same time. First, I will need to leave this. Just give me a moment. Oh, I already did it. That's nice. And but this was on June 9th. What date's today? Okay, no, forget it. It was my previous training. So just give me a moment. Oh my gosh, this is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. So here inside of payments and credits, you're going to be able to find down of the transaction history, the payout preference. If you enter directly to the payout preference, guys, this will automatically give you the payout page of the host. Over here in the first section, you're going to be able to see all the payout methods that the host is using for work, and it will be divided, for example, on the name of the payout method, the name under the owner of the payout method, and the last four digits of this payout method, and the currency that they use for work. And down of all of this, you're going to be able to see if this user has a payout routine rule. And actually, he has. So over here, you're going to be able to see the name of the listing that they're using with the payout routine rule and the amount of money that they want to receive exactly in the payout routine rule. On a side, the payout method over here that actually will receive the amount of money of the payout routine rule, okay? So far, any doubt or any question? Or all was clear? If all was clear, I'm just going to continue. So, guys, a couple of things that I need to highlight that it should be taken into consideration. So sometimes hosts make alterations in the listing prices after the reservation is confirmed, and it leads to some price breakdown confusions. Guys, keep in mind that those alterations won't affect the price that was applied when the reservation was confirmed. Since this is not retroactively, if the host changed something into the prices calendar, will only affect to all the reservations that are going to be created after, okay, the modification, not the reservations that are already confirmed or that are already accepted, okay? Now, with that being said, and with all of this actually being said, let's practice a little bit. I will put you an exercise, price breakdown exercise, and I will ask to all of you to calculate the total price for this guest. This will be a reservation of 4 nights. The nightly rate is $120. It will be a reservation for 2 guests. The cleaning fee is $50. The guest service fee is 10%, and there is no VAT on it. So I will ask to all of you to calculate, please, the subtotal and then the total of the reservation, and you're going to send me a private message in Zoom chat with your answer, okay? I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to do so. You're going to do it here in the main room, and later we're going to review your answers. Go, guys. Okay, I already have the answers from Carlos, Nelly, Andres, Raymond. Okay, guys, very good. Continue. And in a couple of minutes, I'm going to give you the proper answer. At the end of the day, you don't need to worry about this, okay? Because the system will calculate all of this automatically. So you don't need to do real math in real life. The thing that you will need to understand is how the system calculates this, okay? Not going to give spoiler alerts. Later, I'm going to give you the answer. Okay, I already see over here a couple of answers. So, guys, who wants to tell me, and I'm going to be democratic with this one, who wants to share with us their answer? Because a lot of you already sent their answers. So who wants to explain?
Can I?
Yeah, let's going to do it in this way. First Raymond and then Nelly, okay? So I'm just going to stop to share my screen. Tell us, Raymond, how did you do your calculation?
Okay, I make 120.
Mhm,
How can I say multiply for 4 nights and
mhm.
apply for 2%. So this result is 916, 960. After that, I calculate the gas service. So I put 960 multiplied for 10%. So this result is 96. So
Okay.
I add to those fees, service fees, 15, no, 50. So the result is 1,106.
Your final result.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much to share this with us, Raymond.
You're
Nelly,
welcome.
just by chance, do you have any different result?
Yes, I have.
So tell me, how was your procedure?
I multiply
Mhm,
$120 for 4 days is
mhm,
$480. The service fee
mhm,
cleaning is only once for this reservation,
mhm,
480 plus $50 for service clean. Another one, 10% for the fees,
mhm,
five, $530 plus 10%, that is $53. It's made $583. No, but to calculate, the result for me is $583 for this reservation for 4 nights.
And actually, that's the correct answer. So for all of you guys that actually share the same information as Nelly, because I can see the same information for almost all of you, Raymond, you don't need to feel bad about this. And actually, in real life, and the first time that I did this exercise, it was a completely mess for me. Because in real life, you're not going to do this real math, okay? So it's the same procedure. You just need to know the logic of the prices, okay? Just to highlight it again. It's the same procedure that actually Nate explained to all of you. You're going to take this $120 that the host will charge, and we're going to multiply it per the number of nights. Since there is no any additional guest fee, this result will be $480 for these 4 nights. Now, $480 plus $50 over here, it's going to give you a subtotal of $530. Now, plus 10% over here, that the 10% of the service fee of this amount, it's $53, as Nelly was explaining to all of us, it will give us a total of $583 for the total amount of the reservation. Okay? Thank you so much, all of you guys that actually participate in this exercise. I know that it can sound a little bit confusing. Now, I want to show you one more case before we jump to the break. What could happen over here? My base nightly rate is set at 55 pounds with a weekend rate of 65 pounds on Friday and Saturday. So the subtotal should have been this 55 pounds multiplied per 15 plus 65 multiplied per 4. With the 35 pounds of cleaning fee, the total should be 1,120 pounds, not 922 pounds 0.79 that actually was the payout of this host. So what could happen over here? Easy. Remember something. When it's regarding this type of questions, all the answer, as we already saw, will be inside of the reservation page of the user. And I'm going to open it now. So once we are inside of the reservation page of the user, and as I explained to all of you, remember, and actually this was a real case, over here, we will have the price breakdown with the earnings of the host that actually it's complained about. It's a real case. It's something that happened in real life. So what could happen over here? Remember, we will need to jump to the snapshot section, pricing section, to investigate in a deeper way all the characteristics that were charged at the moment that the reservation was created. So, did you notice something strange here, guys, inside of the pricing snapshots? That may could affect to the host?
Maybe the host had changed the pricing after the booking was accepted.
It could be, but in this situation, first of all, we will need to see the price at the moment that the reservation was created and so on. But over here, there is something else that it's actually giving to you the answer. Did you notice something that it's highlighted, guys?
Maybe here is an extra guest fee.
Discount price.
Exactly, that was the thing that I was about to say. Not an extra guest fee, but there is, if you notice over here, a daily discount in all the reservation dates. Wait a minute, I'm going to try to highlight it. There it is. If you notice, by all the dates of the reservation starting on November 11, November 12, November 13, November 14, and so on, there is down of it a daily price discount for this reservation. And actually, guys, this is pretty common to happen. Sometimes the host will have either a weekly discount or a monthly discount. And sometimes this weekly or monthly discount can be set by 10% to 30% of the amount of the reservation. And they don't even know that they have activated this option. So if you notice over here, even on weekends, November 16 and November 17, the discount even increase. Since they are charging a different price, because in a weekday, the price it's 55 pounds, and on weekend it's 65, even the discount it's bigger. So over here, your first investigation or your first education will be, Mr. Host, let's going to try to double check what happened over here. Oh, we determined that you were offering at the moment that the reservation was created a discount. And actually not only a discount during weeks, but a discount on weekends for all the dates of the reservation. And at the end of the day, this discount was 55 pounds during weeks and 65 pounds during weekends. So after you do the calculation, this will be the first factor to take into consideration. So it will prevent to you to receive the entire amount of what you're asking as a payout. Okay? When it's regarding this type of issues, guys, the first investigation tool will be always the snapshots. Okay? So take into consideration first the snapshots and later the rest of the prices of the reservation. Okay? Actually, with this, I'm speaking about the actual price of the reservation after the user contact to you, just to double check if there is any modification of prices or so on. Okay? Yes, Andres? They can remove it, but of course, it will be a remove after this. He will not recover this money, okay? Because at the end of the day, it was money that we never charged. And actually, it's host's fault in this situation. Why? Because if you haven't noticed that you have a daily or a weekly discount turned on at the moment that the reservation is created, it's your fault as a host. It's not the fault of the guest. And we cannot charge more money to a guest in this situation because at the end of the day, we don't have a valid reason to do so. Okay? At the end of the day, it's not the guest's fault. Of course, they can always deactivate this option. So for another occasion, this will not happen, okay? Inside of, because remember that this is a weekly discount. I'm going to show you in a real listing how it will looks like. Inside of the listing page, we will have a section for weekend and monthly discount. So just give me a moment. Okay, I already have it over here. I'm just going to open the listing simulation that I have prepared. Switch to hosting. I'm going to share my screen. Now, menu, listing, my listing, there it is. So in the pricing and availability section that I'm trying to highlight, but there it is. Pricing and availability, I'm going to click on, and then I'm going to start to navigate over here. The pricing of my listing, nightly price. If you notice, I have smart pricing turned off. And over here in the discount section, you're going to be able to see weekly discounts, monthly discounts, custom late of stay discounts, early bird discounts, and last minute discounts. These are all the discounts that Airbnb will give to the host. And if they want to, they can set a discount like this or not, okay? No, in this situation will be always the host. If the host wants to Airbnb to do so, for example, to do any change or something like that, we will need a written authorization to do this, okay? In most of the occasion, this is nothing difficult. They can do it by their end. So what you can do, it's just to guide them until this page. And then, Mr. Host, go to price and availability, discount section, enter in discounts, weekly or monthly discounts. You will click in edit, and then you will either put the discounts that you want to offer, 20%, 10%, 50%, or just erase it and then click in save. Okay? Yes, it's an op it's an op yes, it's an strategy. It's an opportunity to, at the end of the day, receive more guests, but it's a host decision. Okay? Of course, you can always recommend it, but if they don't want to, they will have always available that option over there. Okay? You're welcome. Then Ernesto and then Eleonora.
Why they have discount? I don't understand.
They will have a discount because they want to do so. Actually, this is something that Airbnb will offer. At the end of the day, the discounts are really attractive from the guest point of view, for the guest perspective. If we put ourselves as a guest, of course, we're going to prefer to stay on a place that actually will offer a cheaper price than another one, okay? Sometimes, and this is pretty common, depending of the season, the host will saw that if it's a slow season, they don't having as many booking requests as in the other seasons, they're going to offer a cheaper price. So other guests can see this and can see like, it's a slow season. This host is offering me an attractive price, so I will book this place. Okay, it's an strategic, as Andres said. just to try to give, or just to trying to attract, actually it's the right word, more guests into the listing. Of course, this is nothing mandatory. And the thing that always happen over here, or in most of the situations, is that the host will activate these discounts in a slow season, and then high season will arrive. They're going to forget to deactivate these weekly or monthly discounts sometimes. And then they're going to contact to us with these confusions, and we're going to tell, oh, but you have this discount turned on, and this is nothing that will activate automatically, you know. You need to manually set it. It's just because of this reason, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead, Eleonora.
Thank you, Anthony. The service fees applies to all the items, for example, cleaning fees, additional guests, applied.
No, cleaning fee is something different, okay? Cleaning fee will be charged directly to the reservation, but it's something that it will be charged by their own. The cleaning fee is applying only to the reservation, and the other fees are independent, okay? All these fees are going to be independent one of the other one, but the cleaning fee will be calculated in base of these first ones, okay? So to calculate the service fee, Airbnb will take into consideration the nightly rate, if you're charging any additional fee or so on, but all of the fees are going to be independent. Per the nightly price, you will need to pay this. Per the cleaning fee, you will need to pay that. Per any other additional fee, you will need to pay that. And after, we're going to make calculation to get the subtotal or the total, okay? But all of these items are going to be independent, one of the other one, okay?
Yes, I understand, but my question is for the exercise. Service fees apply for the cleaning fees.
No, in that situation, we only take the service fees in base of the subtotal, not directly to the cleaning fee. We take and we add it to the service fee, the subtotal of the reservation. Remember that the service fee will be added after we have the subtotal. And we're not going to calculate it in base of the cleaning fee. We're going to calculate it in base of the subtotal of the reservation, okay? So we're
Okay.
going to take into consideration the subtotal to put the service fees, okay?
Yeah, thank you. And another
You're
thing,
welcome.
can the host change the price and accept the reservation? For example, for discount?
What do you mean for discount? Or what do you mean with this?
I
Can you be
guess,
a little bit more specific?
yeah. I guess take a reservation and the reservation is accepted, okay?
Mhm.
When the reservation is accepted, the host can to change for a discount. For example, I want to discount for the night price or see another thing, another item.
I understand
Possible?
you, but this will no, this will be not possible because once the reservation it gets accepted, it's already entering inside of the host calendar. So the easiest way to do this is to open a resolution center and to send a refund to the guest, because otherwise the host or the guest will need to cancel the reservation. Of course, penalties will apply automatically if one of them cancel the reservation, and then they will need to contact Airbnb to explain the situation. We can try to see if we can override these penalties, and they will need to do another reservation. The host will need to send another reservation, modify the prices, and it's going to be 10 times more work. So in that situation, if the host wants to offer a cheaper price, it needs to be before the reservation is confirmed, okay? In that situation, if the reservation is already confirmed, the host will need to open a resolution center to send a refund. It will be 10 times easier, okay?
Thank you, Anthony.
Perfect, you're welcome. Guys, any other doubt before I send in to you to break? If the answer is not, let's going to go on break, guys. Please be back at 11:31. It's 11:11, make a wish. See you at 31, okay?